Next up, I welcome Hao to the stage. Hao will start with his aspirations from here. He wishes to work as a professor of a university or an expert of a think tank or an entrepreneur. His department is urban and regional planning. He is originally from China, and he actually studied in China. And his presentation is Unveiling the Relationship Between Urban Design and Obesity, a Shanghai Story. We welcome Hao Zhang, and we say to you, ready, set, and pitch.
I used to think obesity was only related to genetic factors, high-calorie diets, or lack of exercise. Unfortunately, with enormous resources being invested in these fields, people see few improvements on obesity prevalence. My PhD thesis is about seeking a new answer to fight against obesity, and I believe the answer lies in our physical surroundings, the urban environment. Researchers have been measuring urban environment factors, such as high population density, number of parks or water facilities, as well as obesity measures, such as BMI, to study the relationship between urban environment and obesity. In regards to that, developed countries have been well studied. However, this relationship has not been examined thoroughly in developing countries. For example, conventional environment factors such as high population density suggest many areas in Shanghai should be very friendly to walking. In other words, very walkable. Contrary to belief, obesity is common among these areas. As you can see, 40% of adults in Shanghai are overweight or obese. This leads me to question whether conventional environment factors are good enough to predict the impacts of urban environment on obesity in Shanghai or other cities in the developing countries. So, in my PhD studies, one of the environment factors related to obesity is neighborhood gating. This image shows a gated neighborhood in Shanghai with few entry points. This gated community's internal streets are isolated from city street networks. The external surrounding streets are typically very wide, and people normally cross these wide streets from pedestrian bridges or underground tunnels, making walking to destinations outside of neighborhoods inconvenient. Also, many new gated communities are very large, including hundreds of acres or thousands of residents. Traveling between neighborhoods in gated communities requires walking long distances. This is the very first stage of my research. The challenge is to identify a comprehensive set of environment factors related to obesity based on the experience in developing countries. So where to from here? This summer, I'm going to Shanghai to work with urban planners, local residents, and policymakers to better understand the relationship between urban environment and obesity. I hope my research will make people aware that obesity is not only related to your diet or exercise, but the environment where you live. Thank you.
Thank you, Hao.